Hi class, I just wanted to go ahead and record a video to provide some updates. With my other classes, I post an announcement, written announcement every single week, just to let them know what's going on and what is due that week. I know that this class is structured a little bit differently, so I cannot necessarily do that every week, but I did want to create an announcement, just to kind of talk about some things. So the first thing I wanted to mention is that the late work policy still stands. I did want to explain a little bit about my grading habits, I guess, my grading strategies. I have 6 classes. With this one, it's now 6, and I also have a lot of committee work. So with that comes a lot of grading because I have over 100 students that I have to grade. However, I try to grade everything within a week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes. So whenever something is submitted, it might take me a few days to grade, or I might try to grade it right away because, again, I have a lot of grading to do. So you might have noticed that for some assignments, I put zeros even though you still have the 3-day grace period. So I'm still honoring the 3-day grace period. It's just that when I grade, I enter a grade for that assignment. Like, let's say it's a journal, I grade all of them, and the ones that were not submitted, I enter a 0. However, like I said, the assignment is still open and you still have that 3-day grace period. So if you go back and submit the assignment, I will still grade it and update your grade. So don't feel like, oh, she put a 0, I can't submit that anymore. No, I just went ahead and did that because there are some people who are never going to turn it in. So I don't want to have to go back at the end of the semester and enter the zeros for all the assignments that they didn't turn in. For me, it's better to grade everything at once instead of grading things as they come in. But like I said, the 3-day grace period still stands and the late work policy still stands. I just, like I said, I grade everything. So if I entered a 0, but the assignment is still open, go ahead and submit your assignment and I will update the 0 to whatever grade you got. The other thing I wanted to mention also has to do with grades. And when I was looking through the assignments, there's no closing date, and that could be a little bit problematic for me because grades are due the Tuesday after finals week. So in order for me to have a bunch of people submitting late work right up to finals week, I decided to close all of the assignments by December 4th. I think that still gives you plenty of time to submit late work. Because finals week, you should be focusing on your finals. So the late work policy still stands, but closing it on December 4th. So after December 4th, you can't submit any more late assignments. And like I said, this is so that I can grade everything on time, because if I get a bunch of late submissions on Friday on finals week, I don't know if I would be able to grade everything. So by having everything due before finals week, this kind of gives me that week to get organized and grade all of the late submissions. However, you don't want to wait till the last month of the semester to turn in late work, just because you want to turn it in early to get an idea what your grade is. That's what I think. I also wanted to just mention some of the assignments that are coming up. We have the English 1110 General Education Assessment. So please let me know if you have any questions on that. That is an assignment that all English 1110 classes have to do. And it is the same assignment for all of them. So if you have any questions, I can definitely go ahead and help you. The other thing is we do have the Persuasion Final that is coming up. And of course, that assignment was created by your former instructor. So I am going off of I am basing my grading and my feedback based on the instructions that they left. So some of you, when it came to choosing topics, I know some of you said that you were still unsure. Some of you chose other topics that were not necessarily related to the instructions. So I just wanted to emphasize that according to the instructions that Professor McKinney left, you have to choose 2 characters and put them up against each other and see who would win. Some of you were choosing other argumentative topics that did not involve characters, so you want to make sure that you choose actual characters. And I know some of you were still saying that you don't know what you want to write about, so if you have any questions or you want to talk about it with someone, you can definitely go ahead and email me, or if you want to Zoom, we can go ahead and Zoom and talk about your topic. But I always tell students to try to pick something that interests them and try to pick something that they are a little bit familiar with. And also keep that in mind whenever you are writing your essays. Like Professor McKinney mentioned in the instructions, not everybody is familiar with the characters that you are going to be talking about, so you need to provide background information. I myself, I am not familiar with anime or with comic book characters at all, so obviously I would need a lot of background information on that. But those are 2 assignments that are coming up. So like I said, the general education assessment assignment, that one, the instructions are there, the topic is there, so you don't have to worry about coming up with a topic for that specific assignment. But for the persuasion final, if you need help finding sources, or if you need help coming up with a topic, or if you have any questions in general, please let me know.